Do you ever wonder how a man can lose almost his whole life to a lie? I do. Every single day. My name's Ronnie Long, and I spent 44 years locked up for a crime I ain't commit. Folks like to say justice is blind, but in my case, she was downright crooked. I was just 20 years old back in 1976, living in Concord, North Carolina. It was a quiet town, mostly black folks, and I came from a tight-knit family. My mother, she was a strong woman, always holding it down, and my father, he worked his fingers to the bone to provide for us. They raised me right with respect and love for my people. One night, out of nowhere, the police came knocking on my door. They said I fit the description of a man who raped and robbed a white woman, but I knew it was a setup. My heart sank, but I kept my head high, because I knew I was innocent. Y'all got the wrong man, I told them, but they didn't want to hear it. During the trial, it became clear the cards were stacked against me. The prosecution had withheld crucial evidence that could have set me free. Fingerprints at the crime scene that didn't match mine, and witnesses who could place me miles away when it all went down. But none of that came to light until decades later. Instead, they paraded false witnesses who pointed the finger at me. And the jury, all white, believed every word. I still remember my mother's face when they read the verdict. Guilty. She cried out, "Lord, have mercy," and I could feel her heart breaking. My father, he just hung his head. They both knew what this meant for me. A black man in the South, a life stolen by lies, in prison. Every day felt like a battle. I kept to myself mostly, always holding on to the hope that one day the truth would come out. I wrote letters, filed appeals, did everything I could to keep my case alive. One day, justice will come, I'd tell myself, even when it felt like nobody was listening. Years turned into decades, but I never gave up. Then, in 2015, the tide started to turn. Lawyers from the North Carolina Innocence Inquiry Commission took up my case. They dug into the evidence, finding proof of my innocence that had been buried for years. The fingerprints, the testimonies, all of it. It was like pieces of a puzzle finally coming together. In 2020, after 44 long years, I walked out of prison a free man. I remember the first breath of fresh air, the warmth of the sun on my face. It was overwhelming. My family was there, older and grayer, but their love as strong as ever. My mother, bless her soul, she passed before she could see me free, but I felt her spirit with me. I received a settlement from the state of North Carolina, but no amount of money can give me back the years I lost. What now? People ask me. Now, I live. I cherish every moment with my family, the simple joys of life. And I fight. I fight for those still behind bars, wrongfully convicted like I was. They tried to break me, but they didn't know my strength. I'm Ronnie Long, and my story ain't just about injustice. It's about resilience, hope, and the unyielding power of truth. It's clear as day that the struggle our brothers face in the judicial system is real and relentless. We can't keep letting this slide. Our silence only serves the oppressor. It's high time we rise up, come together, and push for justice that treats black men with the dignity and fairness they deserve. We owe it to ourselves, our families, and our ancestors who fought for our rights. The system may be broken, but our spirit isn't. Let's keep pushing, keep fighting, and keep believing in a future where justice isn't just a word, but a reality for all of us. Stay strong, stay woke, and let's make it happen.
Support the channel, subscribe, like, comment, and share.